Hello YouTube. The Dolmen of Menga is a megalithic burial mound called a tumulus, a long barrow form of dolmen dating from about 3750 to 3650 before Common Era. And it's located near Antequera, Malaga, Spain. It is one of the largest known ancient megalithic structures in Europe. It is 27.5 meters long, 6 meters wide and 3.5 meters high, and was built with 32 megaliths, the largest one weighing around 180 tons. And it probably served as a grave for the ruling families, and the path leading into the center, the stone structure, was covered with soil and built up into the hill that can be seen today. When the grave was opened and examined in the 19th century, archaeologists found the skeletons of several hundred people inside. The dolmen sits 70 meters from the Dolmen de Viera and about 4 kilometers from another subterranean structure known as Tolos de el Romeral. In 2016, the dolmens of Menga, Viera, and El Romeral were all inscribed as the UNESCO World Heritage Site under the name of Antequera Dolmen Site. So let's summarize a little bit. In Spain, near the town of Antequera, there is an ancient burial mound. This is the Dolmen of Menga. It is believed that it appeared about 5,700 years ago, and it is also one of the largest megalithic structures in Europe. Yes, it was built on the top of a hill of large stones, and the weight of the largest of them is about 200 tons. Well, naturally, archaeologists had questions about where people in ancient times took such huge boulders and how they were brought to the mound. Scientists have been trying to solve these questions in their new study. In their work, the results of which are published in the journal Scientific Reports, archaeologists took a closer look at the composition of the stones from which the Dolmen of Menga arose and studied how the ancients used wood and rope during its construction. The authors found out that the stones for the dolmen were taken from the Cerro de la Cruz quarry located higher up the mountain slope. The stones were moved over an area with a slope of 22 degrees over a distance of 1 kilometer. According to the researchers, it was impossible to do this without significant engineering structures. It turned out that the stones were mostly calcerenites, limestones that are more than half made up of sand. Due to their composition, they turned out to be quite fragile, so it was not easy to get them to the place without splitting. And to do this, the ancient builders could not do without strong, powerful, advanced engineering, especially if we talk about the heaviest stone of about 200 tons, which became the roof of the dolmen. To get it to the place and lay it properly, you need smooth roads, scaffolding, and ropes, which would be an incredible achievement for Neolithic builders. Scientists believe that the ancient builders used a large number of wooden structures that were not typical. They were thought out and built for specific work in this place. They believe that different ramps were built under different stones. Without them, transporting stones of 180 tons, up to 180 tons, at a significant angle would not only be dangerous for builders, but also inevitably lead to the destruction of the transported rock fragments. Given the construction of the ramps, as well as the size, number was more than 30, and fragility of the stones, the construction of the Dolmen of Menga, as the scientists, authors noted, represents a unique achievement reflecting the state of megalithic engineering in prehistoric Iberia and possibly in Europe. In addition, the burial ground was built in such a way that the sun's rays create complex light patterns inside. The scientists also found that the pioneering engineers placed the stones around the edges of the burial chamber so that they would not allow water to seep in and therefore create erosion. Well, in my opinion, based on years of research, I'll say this. It was an advanced civilization that lent the builders a hand, or they're high-tech. We find traces of this civilization in myths, legends, religious texts, and stories reaching us from antiquity. One day, we will learn more about them, but understand this. There are those in our world who know much more than I or other researchers like me. And the fact that the ancient advanced civilization has gone completely from the earth is not irrefutable. So I'll bring you more interesting stories like this one. And if you like my research, please support me through the links you will find in the description to this video. Please tell others about my research and like my videos. Thank you for your attention to my work.